Hi, my name is Dee Harris. How did I get to living in fear? Have you ever lied? When I was just a kid, I lied. Mom told me I did. She found teeth marks in the butter, little kids' teeth marks, and they were mine. Why did I say they weren't? I was just 2 or 3 years old and already I was lying. I just finished reading a book, Beyond Fear, a Toltec Guide to Freedom and Joy. The teachings of Don Miguel Ruiz, from which I got some light bulb moments to help explain why I lied and continued to lie and live in fear for decades. There are two main rulers, the judge and the victim. The judge blames us, and the victim feels guilty and receives blame. They hate each other. And the communication between them is broken during domestication. Yes, we humans are domesticated. A pure, normal human being is still free, as in childhood before domestication, which happens about 1.5 to 3 years old. During that time, all emotions are coming from love, unless angry or in pain. Little humans are free to be and live in the present. They have no worries about the past nor worries about the future. Adults live constantly in the past and so worry to build their future that they avoid living in the present. But for the child, nothing is really important. Domestication comes through reward and punishment. Mom and Dad were domesticated and, therefore, introduced us to the concepts of good and bad by rewarding good and punishing bad. Punishment brings feelings of injustice and we rebel. It opens a wound in our mind that results in and creates emotional poison. That pain in our heart is emotional, not physical. The emotional poison gets into our mind. Fear begins and starts controlling our behavior and our mind. We are afraid of receiving punishment and fear not receiving reward. Reward is a sign of acceptance. We struggle to be worthy in the eyes of our parents, teachers, friends, and society. Domestication becomes so strong, we no longer need anyone to domesticate us. We take over the task of our domestication by punishing ourselves and occasionally rewarding ourselves. There are three components in our mind actively engaged in our self-domestication. Number one, the judge. That part of our mind judges what we do, don't do, feel, don't feel, think and don't think. It judges everyone and everything. Number two, the victim. It receives judgment and usually the judge finds the victim guilty. The victim needs to be punished and the victim part of our mind feels unworthy. Number three, the belief system. What we've been taught, including rules on how to live our life, where everything we believe without discussion is our truth. At no time does a small child have a choice of what to believe. During domestication, the small child rebels, but lacks the power to change. Teenagers rebel, searching for identity. At this crucial time in our lives, we see how the belief system represses normal human instincts and how adults manipulate young people. Our future self-esteem depends upon how much resistance we meet during teenage rebellion. We might find some support and become a success in our life, or we might succumb to fear. The judge and the victim are present in us regardless of rightness or wrongness of the belief system we have absorbed. Our task is to rebel against the inner judge and victim, to get beyond them. The intention is to become happy as we were meant to be. Become aware. Be honest with yourself. Express what you are. Love others just as they are, whether or not they love you back. It is the love that comes that makes you happy. Thank you. My name is Dee Harris.